up, you guys? My name is Elizabeth Ewan, and welcome to my cozy corner of the internet. As always, my focus is on writing worlds, dreaming big, and making every day magical. Today, we're just going to be doing some cozy hobbies. So if all things cozy hobbies is something that you're interested in, then just keep watching. So I have been feeling I've been very sick the past couple of weeks, and in my last video I kind of like alluded to it. Of that last video I made was me literally on the cusp of getting sick. I was not happy, and 2 weeks after that I was just sick nonstop, and then I had like maybe a two-day grace period. Was like, okay, I can finally come up for air, and then I was sick again, and I was like, okay, this is my body telling me to slow down. What is funny though is after I recorded that video, I wrote the end of Project Ember Draft 1. So I finished Draft 1, and then I immediately went into a forced 3-week period where like I couldn't do any work. I couldn't do anything. I was absolutely useless. It was honestly a blessing in disguise. Because it forced me. I was already planning on taking a break after finishing Draft 1 of Project Ember, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to finish Draft 1, you've written the darn thing, and then it's time to take a step back. And during that step back, the past 3 weeks, I've just been kind of evaluating like my timeline, figuring out what I'm gonna charge my phone while I'm talking to you guys. Hang on. I like realized you guys weren't plugged in. I'm like, I don't want my phone to die because things happen. Yeah, so I was forced to take a break for 3 weeks straight, and it made me realize that could I realistically complete Project Ember and submit it to literary agents by May? And it's like, yes, but do I want to? And the answer to that is no. And here's why. Is because as I have been taking my break from Project Ember Draft 1, I've been taking a step back and really thinking, okay, there are some characters in there that would be ideal for sequels, but not exactly ideal for driving the plot forward in this specific book. And so there's some major rewrites that need to happen, as well as certain character arcs that I want more of an impact. Writing is definitely like an art where you know that eventually you're going to have to abandon it. You're going to have to let go and release it into the world as is, with no more edits. Like once it's printed, it's done. Like no more editing. Now that being said, I know that there's a level that I want to take Project Ember to that Draft 1 it barely scratched the surface of. Because I know that there are characters that need to be replaced. I know that character arcs need to be redone / dive in deeper there. And also making sure that like all of my characters have another layer of depth to them. There's a lot to be done. So that isn't to say that I'm just giving up on Project Ember. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's my May 1st deadline that I was originally thinking of back in December for really finishing Project Ember and getting it like query ready. It might be pushed back like a month or two, depending on how much effort / how much work needs to be done on Draft 2, because that's going to be the meat and bones of Project Ember. Draft 2 is like straight up rewriting character arcs and plot structure and all of that jazz, and really diving into like character motivations, and then printing it out and doing like line by line edits for draft 3. So that way it's readable for beta readers. And then I send it to beta readers and then get beta reader feedback. And I want to give my beta readers like enough time to read my manuscript in full and answer some of the questions that I'm going to have for them, to make sure that like, okay, where are you guys getting bored? Like, is this something that you're into? Is the pacing right? Like that kind of stuff. And making sure that my beta readers have enough time to reflect and think about the story a little bit, and also just give them a chance to like really read it and sit with the project before doing final draft 4, incorporating beta reader edits into it, and then eventually getting ready to query literary agents. So that being said, my date is being pushed back from like May, which was like my hardcore, like I really want to get it done by May. And it's like, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that realistically, the earliest I think I can manage, given life and given my current schedule, I think the earliest I can expect is like being finished July with Project Ember, and then spending all of August just really focusing on doing literary agent research. I've already done some preliminary literary agent research in terms of like who I might want to query to, who's accepting queries right now, and that's subject to change. But also I had a thought, which is also like, I don't want to query literary agents in May, because people are usually starting to think about like, they're usually getting into like the summer flow of like going on vacations and like booking trips, and like they're usually taking off a lot of time from May until about like August, and then everyone hits the ground running in like September. So that was something else that I was considering. Now, that being said, I'm taking the rest of February off in terms of writing, and I'm just focusing on like cozy hobbies and just prioritizing like my health and just getting back to healthy, because the past 3 weeks have just been awful in terms of health. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like if you've ever like, I don't know, gotten sick, and it just is a huge wake up call for you of things need to change, like priorities need to change, like life needs to change, like I don't know, but it was kind of a big wake up call for me. And I've been contemplating a lot about like my schedule, areas where I can let up. One area I'm not letting up is obviously my writing. That is my number one like dream. Another area I cannot let up is essentially like my family, prioritizing my family. But above all of that is my health. Like my health should always be top of mind, priority number 1. Like, but also like figuring out what does that look like, because my sleep hasn't been great. Like my exercise was doing good up until I got sick, and then I was like kaput. Like I've barely been able to do like my usual like 5 a.m. wake up like yoga. Like I've been on the struggle bus, y'all. While I'm talking to you, I need to like get out. I have some books. So I'm so sad. I missed like the Valentine's Day window for posting, but I don't care. I'm going to focus on carrying Valentine's Day theme till the end of February and just switching over into spring in March. That's my plan, because straight up, I've been listening to some audiobooks. Like I listened to, what is it? Valentine's Hate, and then I Hate Valentine's Day. Very similar titles. Very interesting. The first one that I listened to is like about these two almost childhood friends, but they're kind of like enemies to lovers vibes. The guy's a writer. The woman is like, she works in London or whatever, but she doesn't really want to work in London. She wants to like be a consultant away from her corporate career. And the two of them just find themselves in a situation where they have to pretend to be lovers, which it's always fun. It was cute. It was a cute it was a beachy read for sure, because it takes place in like in Mexico, and it was like a nice resort and everything, and it was fun. And then the one I'm currently reading is I Hate Valentine's Day, I believe it's called. I should just pop them up right here. And that one is more of still enemies to lovers. I've been listening, like those two books, I'm hoping that the next book I read, the female leads in these two books are very similar in the sense of they're very abrasive, very like strong female leads. And that's great, but I really want to read something with like a softer female lead, because these two, like, they needed more tension in their books because they're enemies to lovers. So of course they're going to be very abrasive, very like in your face, and like have very strong opinions, just like their male counterparts are also going to be like very opinionated, and like they're going to clash and everything. And that's great. I just am like, I'm a little tired out of that trope just for right now. I just need a little something else. So I'm hoping my next read is not going to be more of that. It's great. It's just not what I'm craving right now. I'm just craving a softer, more subtle romance. Like, I don't know, like take me on a date, wine and dine me. You know what I'm like, just a softer romance story for sure. But I have downloaded a whole bunch of books from my library. But I need to set up my TBR page. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, I am not... This is the first time I'm sitting in my office in 3 weeks, because that's how bad I've been feeling. Like, straight up. I am so glad I finished draft 1 of project number 1 I did, because the timing was impeccable, because I would not be able to... Like, during those 3 weeks, I couldn't do anything. It was so bad. Like, my entire family, we were surviving. Oh, and another blessing. Okay, I know I mentioned this in previous video. I have hired cleaners. I am so grateful for cleaners, because we got sick, and then I was just like, I was looking at my husband and I'm like, do you have energy to clean? Because I don't have energy to clean. And we were just like, okay, the cleaners are coming in 3 days. If we can just get enough energy to do the dishes and fold the laundry, everything else will be taken care of. And lo and behold, everything else was taken care of. It was such a blessing. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot emphasize enough, if you have the funds, the means to hire cleaners to do your house, to do your apartment, just go for it, man. Just do it, because such a blessing. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for those wonderful women that came in and cleaned my house. Like, there was dried ramen on the floor. I can't even. I can't even. But now we're back to like maintenance with the house, which is nice, as opposed to like trying to play catch up. Now, that being said, something I do want to work on, I want to work on the smaller spaces in my home for sure. Like, I want to work on like the pantry in particular. I'm sure that when I was cleaning up the kitchen, you guys probably saw me open the pantry, and like it is a mess in there. Like, I mean, like, things are like trying to come out of the pantry. It's so unorganized, and just everything's just stuffed in there. So I want to work on the pantry. I want to work on organizing my supply closets. I want to work on organizing like the smaller spaces. There's like a mud room that we have, but it's a teeny tiny one, but it's small enough to be useful. Like, it's small and it's useful, but it's also like big enough to have clutter in there that should not be there. Like, there are socks from when my kid was like a newborn, and I'm like, no, like, we need to organize that together. But I'm thinking of doing like some kind of spring cleaning series, perhaps. Okay, I need to get to setting up this month's TBR, and we're gonna go ahead and do that together. finished setting up my little Valentine's Day TBR list. I have The Trouble with Valentine's Day, which I'm currently reading. So I got the titles mixed up earlier. Yeah, so I'm currently reading The Trouble with Valentine's Day, and then I've already read The Valentine's Hate. And then I also have Bookshop by the Sea, Love Songs for Skeptics, Love the Duke, Royal Valentine, The Perfect Rom-Com, and The Valentine's Arrangement. So those are all very romance-focused books that I am reading over the next couple of weeks, for sure. Yeah, most of those are like audiobooks, by the way. I know I've mentioned this before. I don't have time to sit down and just like enjoy reading like on my Kindle as much as I would like to. So I have to do a lot of reading via audiobooks for sure. But my local library has like all of these books. So that is what I'm going for. Okay. So I've done my TBR for the rest of February. And now I want to focus on, I think, maybe planning out my week and starting to figure out, okay, what are my priorities this week? Like, I know I mentioned wanting to clean my smaller spaces. The pantry needs to be tackled. Like, so bad. Like, so bad. I gotta admit, during this time, it's really weird to just kind of sit down and, like, do hobbies and, like, not do anything super productive. I don't know if you're, like, a hyper achiever like I am, where, like, every spare moment of every day is, like, go, 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 and forcing myself to take the entire month of February, like, off from writing. I mean, like, I was sitting down with looking at, like, the schedule. I'm kind of making notes in my mind and, like, on a Scrivener of, hey, I know that when I go back, these are the things that I want to keep in mind. But, like, I'm not actually writing right now, which is kind of crazy to me. But because of that, I feel like my creative gates have just, like the gates have flooded open. Like, I'm getting so many book ideas, which is great, but also not great because I only have so much capacity to work on things. I'm not kidding. I haven't had, like, any time to do any of my hobbies. Like, this is the first time I've sat down to, like, plan out my day in straight up, like, 3 weeks because I was so sick. So I'm taking it easy today. We're doing cozy hobbies today. Like, that's it. We're not doing anything extraordinary. We're just gonna chill out and just take it easy and take it slow. I think I was very intentional with January and keeping things slow moving. Like, you know, going hard on my goals, but still keeping things very slow moving and very intentional. And then February just hit me with a whole bunch of illnesses, and that was not fun. And it forced me to just kind of, I mean, it literally forced me to stay in bed for most days. But I think the most frustrating part about being sick is, like, it's not like you're just, like, relaxing. Like, your body is, like, forcing you to sleep and rest. And even when you wake up when you're sick, you don't feel good. So, like, it's not like it was a very restful sleep. It was just your body hanging in there and needing what it needs to do to recuperate. And so coming back into the swing of things, I'm just easing into it, guys. Straight up. I don't know what it was. It was like there was a bug that was going around all of Charlotte in February. It was like a stomach bug. It was like a head cold. It was like flu-like symptoms. It was not good. It was so bad. And what's today's date that I'm recording this? Wednesday, February 18th. Wow. Okay. I don't know what it was. I think I don't know, I feel like it was just a collective nearing the end of winter cold sickness that was going around. It was not fun. Not fun at all. Okay. So my top 10 are my glow up challenge. I just need to check off like some things and like get back into the swing of just checking things off, because even though I'm not exercising, even though I'm not in full like glow mode, I'm still like doing stuff. Like I'm still doing my skincare. I'm still drinking lots of water. I'm still eating and tracking my food. So I just need to update my tracker tonight. What's my second goal? It's like to cook daily. So we already did the goal today, which is stuffed peppers. You guys, I am straight up in as easy meals, as healthy meals as we possibly can, as easy and as healthy as we can. Like I am full crock pot mode. I do not have it in me to stand by a stove and just cook things right now. This is not the phase of life that I'm in right now. Daily gratitude. So one of my things is to try and show daily gratitude to my spouse every single day, whether that's in the form of like, you know, packing him a lunch and like leaving him a little love note in his lunch, or like sending him a supportive text, which I'm going to do today, or giving him like a back rub at night, essentially keeping the romance alive. But I just need to have that constant reminder of like, I need to show him, not just tell him, but like really show him how much I love and appreciate him despite the chaotic busyness of our lives, you know? Making memories. So making memories is something that I focus on with like my immediate family. Like, how am I showing up? Not just like, I've got my husband and then I have like our family unit. And today I think that's going to be in the form of like a cute little like snuggly movie night. I think that's what we'll do tonight. You know, just keeping my top 10 goals very, very simple. 2.5 hours outside. I don't hit this every day, by the way. So 2.5 hours outside. I have a yearly goal of getting outside like for 1,000 hours total in a year. During the spring, summer, and fall, this is so easy because literally we just eat all of our meals in the backyard. We go to the pool. We just get outside. We go hike. We do all kinds of fun stuff. In the winter, I'm lucky if we get out for like the 10-minute walk to like the car at the gym. Like that's lucky. So I think maybe this afternoon hopefully will be better weather. So I'm just going to say playground, because I already took my kid to the playground this morning. So I'm going to check that off anyway. Then I have home refresh. We freshened up the kitchen. That counts. That counts for me. like I'm keeping my goals so small right now. Like I'm just checking boxes. Okay, so now we're into the career part of my goals. Here, let me show you like literally how I'm writing them out. Like you can see, I'm just keeping it so simple for myself. Like easy to do, easy not to do, like just easy checkoffs. Okay, home refresh. And then I have my writing. So I've already completed draft 1. I think it's more of like, February is more of like reflections on Project Ember. So I'm going to put reflections. And I went ahead and kind of reevaluated my schedule, my writing schedule, in terms of what dates are more realistic, especially with the direction that Project Ember is going. If I finish Project Ember in full and am able to submit to literary agents before September, that's great. That's fantastic. But if I can't, then at the very least, I've given myself enough wiggle room to get it done. Okay, reflections. And then I have YouTube. So 5 YouTube videos. Record. Like literally record. I'm going to edit this video later today and I can check that off. And then I have my reading challenge. So I've updated my tracker. update tracker. I've created my TBR list and I've updated my tracker. And then I'm going through the Know Your Worth workbook. And I wanted to finish that back in January. I couldn't because I started feeling sick towards the end of January and just all throughout February. So we're gonna probably do one chapter tonight. So one chapter at bedtime. Okay, and those are like my top 10 goals with my top 10 to-dos for the day. Okay, we are crushing cozy hobby time. Honestly. I wonder if I have time. Let's check the time. It's 2:51. I might actually have time to update my vision board, which is always a feel-good activity for me. I'm currently working through environment and kind of figuring out what my environment looks like or what I want it to look like. I took pictures after the cleaners did like their straight up deep clean of my home. I went room by room by room and just took photos of everything exactly how it was, and I was like, this is a vibe. This is how I want things to look. Now for more on that vision board, I have 2 environment pages. I'm torn between, I have one page that I have all of those photos that I took of the clean house and I put them all on there. But do I add to that page photos of the messy closets that I have / inspiration for those? Or do I move them to the second environment page that's completely blank and has room for me to post those on there? Or do I just keep that as is and then I use the empty page for, I have pie in the sky dreams for future houses. That's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen in maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, like a potential lake house and or property down in Florida. But we'll see. We'll figure that out together, I think. If not, then we'll just focus on the funsy part of the vision board and just focus on like the relationship until I determine what I want my environment to look like. Okay, so my top 3 movers today were definitely stuffed peppers, playground, because I did that off camera. Just because it doesn't happen on camera doesn't mean it's not happening. Fresh in kitchen? Yeah, fresh in kitchen, because I did that. Fresh in kitchen. Okay, and then to feel amazing, I will take breaks, because I have to take breaks. I need to remember to just sit down, have a moment, meditate, take breaks. I'm going to update TBR list. That was a lot of fun. Plan my day. Doing that right now. And maybe vision board. Vision board after this. I want to do vision board after this. And then Know Your Worth. Gosh, I love that workbook. That workbook inspired me to hire cleaners, which is such a blessing. I think as I get older, I don't know if I told you this. My birthday is in February. So like my birthday's coming up. And as I've gotten older, as I'm turning 35, which is crazy to me. As I've gotten older, I've realized that I don't want stuff for gifts. I would prefer experiences and or buying back my time. So, you know, the cleaners or like putting Scout in doggy daycare. She has a best friend in there. She's a best friend in doggy daycare. I was so happy to hear that. His name is Buddy the Elf. And I'm very pleased that she has a best friend. I'm so glad. But yeah, I want less stuff as I get older. Like I don't want to get more stuff for the house. Like I've been like decluttering. I declutter like once a week, where I just literally grab a garbage bag and I'm like, okay, what have I not used? Like, what have I actually not used / what has my family not used? And whatever my family has not used is going in the trash bag and then being donated to like, just being donated. So like, or sold, donated or sold. Okay, what am I grateful and excited for? I'm grateful that my health is getting back, because I needed that. Okay, and we just keep it simple. Voila. There is my planned out day. I'm keeping the schedule loosey-goosey, guys. I'm not even writing on that part right now, because I'm just, you just gotta go with the flow some days, and today is just a flow kind of day. Okay, now we have finished planning out my day, and now it is time for oh goodness, we're gonna go ahead and start working on my other cozy habit, cozy hobby, which is my vision board kit. I got this back in like January, right before the vision board party, and I've been working on it, you guys. Like, I have been working on it. So this is the vision board planner, and this is the cover that I made to remind myself what I'm working towards, which is all of these things: romance, family, writing, yoga. Needed to get back into yoga. I want to show you guys some of my pages because I'm like obsessed. Okay. So I have like, these are my pages for my physical health. And that's so cute. I've literally spent like hours upon hours and just days upon days just putting together like my vision board. Mental health, I have like loop earplugs because I get way too overstimulated and I feel myself like getting into a rage, and I'm like, nope. And I put in my loop earplugs and I'm so good. Prioritizing sleep is a must. Waking up early, that's what the alarm stands for. And then I have like self-care. And I have 2 pages dedicated to self-care. One is all like planner stuff. You can literally see the vision board kit on there. And then over here is like skincare, sauna, like bubble bath. Like, I wanted stuff that I can do like today. Like, my gym has a sauna. I have a bathtub with this same exact little layout. Like, I have a red light therapy mask. I can do all of these things. I really wanted it to keep it like realistic to me in this moment. And as you can see, I'm working on environment. So like, these are all the rooms after they were like really deep cleaned. And I have like my little commitment statement down at the bottom, which says, I'm committed to creating a home that feels calm, loving, and intentionally kept. I protect the peace in my home and cultivate a space of warmth and love. But you can see I left environment blank on the other side because you have 2 pages for each of your goals. You could always like grab some blank pages and like add some more if you wanted. And then for career, this is these are my favorite pages so far. I mean, I literally have all of my visions for my writing future. So like, I have like a laptop with like an open window because that's literally my setup right here. I've got a blonde woman signing, like doing book signings as well. I've got statements like, my book will be found in bookstores across the globe. Someday you're going to be someone's favorite author. Just a whole bunch of writing setups. And then I have, once I've like written the darn thing, once I've published, I morph into what I want my author life to look like. So this is like writer life, and then this page is straight up like author life of, I want to travel like while I'm writing. I want to really, you can see editing pages. I have like the bestsellers list. I have a blonde woman like speaking to audiences. I have several of that. I have like a printed out manuscript. Like straight up, what do I want my career to actually look like day-to-day life? I love it. And then I have finances. This one was a lot of fun to plan, especially since, surprise. Okay, despite being sick, my husband and I managed to plan a Disney cruise later this year. I am so excited. So excited. And then I also want to go to some writers retreats, and I want to go back to Savannah because that wellness resort is phenomenal. I'm like obsessed with my vision board kit, guys. I have some stuff in family. I won't show it to you guys because like it has actual photos of my family, but it's really cute. And then I have a blank space for like romance that I'm still working, as you guys know. I'm still working on my vision board kit. But I'm just so happy to like share that stuff with you guys. I love it. Love, love, love. Yeah, so these are all my dreams just in a little vision board planner. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on filling out maybe some more environment. I'm unsure. I might divvy it up of like a lake house slash what I want my Florida house to look like. TBD on closet, dream closet stuff, like dream supply closet stuff. Maybe I'll add that. We'll figure this out together. Let's get to it. I have finished up with some of my environment pages. I'm not quite completely finished, but we're on the right track. So as you can see, what I decided to do is all of my like post cleaning photos are on here of like my house, but then I also added like under the stair storage ideas that are definitely not happening this year, but like eventually, you know, as well as like an organized cleaning supply closet. And then I have over here an image of like a tiny pantry that's clean. which is a huge priority for me, as you guys know. And then on this page, I'm starting to do like dream homes. So as I mentioned before, like pie in the sky dream is for us to have a lake house. So I'm starting to get that together. And then I think I might save half of this page. So like half of this page is going to be like lake house themed, and then the other half is going to be maybe like Florida Disney ideas for retirement, perchance, perhaps. So we'll see. We'll just play around with it. What I love about vision books is they're literally just they're what you want. Like I don't have to show you guys. I show you guys because maybe 10 years, 15 years down the line, maybe future me achieves everything in this vision book. And maybe some dreams transform into something new entirely. But I really enjoy doing vision books and documenting my journey of my dreams and my passions. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, magical day.